Good day, everybody. It's time for a new episode of New Lunar Radio. I'm your host,
Indeed.
Jabroni.
And I'm here, Daylight Darkle.
Daylight Darkle is here. Thankfully
Ew.
joining us today.
Mm-hmm.
Very under the weather, it sounds.
Yep.
But that's okay. I'm sure you still was able to catch some of the ponies.
Yep, only some. The rest got away. And the affliction carries on.
Yeah, you were out all night in the cold weather trying to round up the ponies, so
Mm-hmm.
got the colts. So today, yesterday, there was a new episode, the Power Ponies episode, and we're going to discuss that and go over a couple of pieces of news, and we'll go from there.
Hooray.
Hooray. So we open up, and Spike is trying to read a comic. We find out that Spike sucks at waiting for his mother to go to sleep before he does things that he's not supposed to do.
He also sucks at reading.
Well, yeah. He sucks at reading because it's a comic book. Max 13 pages, 14 pages, and he's still not done with it.
Exactly. Like, he doesn't even read it. He just looks at the pictures.
He's just looking at the pictures.
And it takes him more than 5 minutes.
Yeah, it takes him more than 5 minutes to read a comic. What the hell?
And the worst part is, up until like 5 minutes into the episode, you think that he like followed the comic series.
Yeah.
And it's the first one he reads.
Yeah.
Like, he's going, oh, such and such character always does this. Such and such character always does that. And you're like, I guess that's true because that's the only comic of the series he's read.
I guess so. So he explains the backstory of the main villain, Maniac, to Twilight. And it's just the backstory of the Joker from the first Batman movie.
Yep.
So, they're a hairstylist and they fall in the pit and their mane goes crazy and she goes insane. So, minus the hairdresser in the main part, it's pretty much just
Yep.
Joker from the first Batman movie. So, whatever. But then Twilight says, go to sleep because they got to fix up the old castle tomorrow for some reason.
And what a jerk move that was.
Finds out that, Spike tries to read the comic again when he's still sucking at figuring out when Twilight's asleep. And then she's like, 2 more minutes. And he still didn't finish the comic in that last 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
He could have been done.
He could have
Like literally.
done.
But
Also, his modus operandi sucks. See, I would have grabbed the comic, and then I would grab the lamp, pull it under the sheet, then turn the lamp on.
that's right. That's how you do.
That's how it's done.
Right. So, cut to the next day, and they're cleaning up the castle. Pinky still has gravity-defying powers,
Mm-hmm.
and she cleans with her butt somehow. I don't know why, but
See, she's not cleaning the castle.
okay. What is she cleaning then?
Well, when she's wiping her butt all over the place.
It's what animals do.
Yeah.
There's these glands. They have to.
So why are they fixing up the castle in such bad ways? They are ruining history.
Hey, who knows? Maybe Celestia's like, go fix that castle. And secretly she's like, I know they're totally going to ruin it. So I don't care. I want it to be ruined.
It's a Celestia cover-up?
Yeah.
I don't even think Celestia knows about it, honestly. They just decided to do it.
They're just like, we're going to fix it up for the princesses. Because we got nothing better to do.
Mm-hmm.
So they're walking around and they're like, hey, Spike's like, hey, can I help? Hey, can I help? The whole reason that Twilight made him to go to bed early.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, no, you can't help us. We don't need your help. And he's like, oh. And
Go read. It'll take you all day.
Yeah, go ahead and go read go finish your comic. And Twilight's like, wasn't Humdrum, the sidekick character that he was talking about before, that was always bumbling around and is just the comic relief? He says, oh, he's just a comic relief. She asks if Humdrum's gonna save the day, and he says, oh, he's just comic relief. And then he steps in a bucket. We get the joke.
I think a lot of the stuff in this episode can be summed up as we get the joke ready.
We get the joke.
We get the joke.
So then he goes and he goes to read the comic, and it turns out that he was pretty much done. He had like 1 page left.
He could have read it on his way up there.
Yeah, I'm
because
sure.
you know he's riding on Twilight on the way up there.
Of course. So, well, maybe he did, and there was, he did read more. But yeah, 1 page left, and then he finds this little thing in the corner of the last page.
Oh, maybe he didn't because he could get pony sick if he reads while riding a pony.
Maybe.
Maybe.
So he finds this little script in the bottom corner of the page, and he's like, I can't read it. I gotta find a magnifying glass. So he wanders around, finds the magnifying glass, comes back. In the meantime, the rest of the cast is looking for him, and while they're looking for him, he reads it, and it says something along the lines of, to get back where you started, you have to defeat the maniac. And yeah. And
you know my problem with that is?
Was that?
I already watched Jumanji.
I was just gonna say, just like Jumanji. And yeah, so a portal opens up over the book after he finishes reading the incantation, and he gets sucked in. Twilight rounds the corner and says, "Oh God, Spike, no!" Goes and grabs him, and she gets sucked in. And then Rainbow Dash grabs her, tries to pull her out, can only barely pull, Twilight only barely pulls herself, out of the book and then gets pulled in. And then Rainbow Dash does the same thing. And then Applejack comes and does more than the rest of them combined to try to pull them. She at least pulls Rainbow Dash all the way back out of the book before she gets sucked in herself. And then Rarity and Fluttershy, both pulling at the same time, can't even keep themselves out of the book. And then, of course, Pinkie Pie just jumps in after them because who gives a fuck?
We get the joke already.
AKA, Applejack is stronger than all of them. I don't understand why we have to keep going over that, but we all know.
Why didn't Applejack just go first?
I don't know. She would have been able to, other than the fact that pulling Spike out probably wouldn't have closed the portal in question.
It's a portal. It's magical.
Yeah.
Shouldn't it somebody that is known for being an element of some sort of magic use magic?
I don't know. Maybe. She wasn't thinking straight. The princess powers and all.
Princess Pony Power.
So they're transported, surprise, surprise, into the comic book. And from there, they are introduced as the Power Ponies.
Mighty Morphin time.
So, Masked Matterhorn is Twilight, and I have equalizations to other comic book characters, except for hers, because hers
Mr.
is...
Freeze.
You say
Matterhorn,
yeah.
Ice, Freeze,
But her
Rise,
power is to shoot
potatoes.
beams of special powers from her horn. So...
Do you think Mr. Beam does? Or Mr. Freeze does?
But he only shoots freeze beams. She does more
That's
than
what
that.
he wants you to think. He's just been keeping his best stuff.
Another one could be, you could say, Superman has freeze eye beams and ice breath. I don't know. Her powers are generic enough that it could be anybody.
Generic
choose-
superhero Red Ranger.
Yeah, choose 5 X-Men and she has their powers. There you go.
Cyclops, Storm, wait.
Yeah.
Probably saving Storm for someone else.
Yes, I am.
What?
Who could that be?
Fluttershy.
No.
Applejack.
Zap.
Charity.
No. Zap is Rainbow Dash, and she is literally just Storm. Complete with glowy eye lightning effects and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's Philly Second, which is Pinkie, and she is the Flash. She goes very fast. Then there is Radiance, which is Rarity, and she's just Green Lantern.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's the Mistress Marvelous, and it's Applejack, and it's just Batman. Wonder Woman, if you would like, but, the whole lasso thing, but,
Why can't it be Thor? Because psychically controlling the lasso?
Well, Thor...
It's Batman with upgrades to his equipment.
Well, it's Batman, Because her parents are dead.
Why not Catwoman?
Because lasso. Golden lasso, I would say more Wonder Woman, but, I said Batman. But whatever.
Catwoman uses whip.
A whip, not a lasso. Come on, man.
Okay, Indiana Jones. Full whip.
These are not lassos.
But Indiana Jones wears a hat.
True. Applejack doesn't wear a hat as the superhero.
So is it me, or were these characters pretty much created exclusively to be similar to these seemingly random group of ponies?
Yes. And
I'm
then,
surprised that they didn't break out into like a larger conglomerate of themselves that were made up of the elements of harmony. Like Big Machine fighting the Big Maniac or whatever.
But we missed one. We forgot one. There's Saddle Rager, which is Fluttershy. And
the lamest superpower ever.
And she is described as, when she gets angry, she turns into a destructive monster.
The Hulk.
I wasn't gonna spoil it, but yeah, she's pretty much the Hulk.
Okay, we get the joke already. I'm tired of every time Fluttershy is somewhat of the focus of an episode, she either does something overly assertive and contrary to her nature, and it's annoying. We get the joke already.
I'm okay with it.
I'm not. It's done. It's done in every season.
But it's not done. That's the point. It's gonna keep happening.
It should be done. It really should. What's wrong with having a shy character that stays shy the whole time? Why can't they stick to their guns?
Because they don't, want to.
Blech.
So after that, we're introduced to Maniac, who, even though his backstory is like the Joker, walks around like Dr. Octopus. So, combination.
Smiles and laughs all the time.
Like the Joker. Acts like the Joker, fights like Dr. Octopus.
So it's the Joker-octopus?
Sure. Imagine if the Joker somehow crossed over and got Doc Ock's, tentacle backpack thing.
Jock Ox.
And they recap what we already knew as the audience, but, of course, the main characters don't know that they got to stop the villain so they can get out of the comic books.
Mm-hmm.
They go around, they start fighting the villain, find out that they don't understand anything about their powers, and Spike tries to tell them how to use them. They still fail miserably.
Mm-hmm.
Maniac gets away with the thing, the lightning orb, the electro orb. Yes,
Dragon Ball.
The
Dragon Ball.
The thing.
The Dragon Ball. Oh, materia.
Those toys that you had with a kid that when you put your finger on it, it would shoot like electric at it. Like an electro ball.
No, of electricity.
Electric stove globe? Sure.
Electric globe.
So, eventually, they get all caught up in a tornado that Rainbow Dash creates while failing to use their powers. Spike tries to get the electro orb away from Maniac, fails because he trips on his cape, because he is the bumbling comic relief, as per usual. And she gets away. Applejack dismisses the tornado with her magic lasso. And
how does that even make sense?
I don't know. It's magic lasso.
Why don't we have some national lasso defense force for tornadoes?
Because we don't have a psychic lasso. If we found we can't be making psychic lassos, man.
It won't be psychic, but it could be controlled with electricity curves.
No, that's different. Psychic energy is different.
No, it's not.
Totally different, man.
Okay, your brain, what does it use?
Psychic power.
No, it uses electric impulses.
Which is psychic power when it's in your brain.
It doesn't make a difference where it is.
Yes, it does. It's psychic power. Come on, man. It's psychic power. Just suspend your disbelief for a second. Psychic power.
My ponies have to be super serious.
Super serious.
Super serious.
So, Spike's like, I messed up because I am Humdrum. I am the bumbling sidekick, comic relief. And then Twilight's like, hey, guess what? Humdrum is you are Spike, not Humdrum. So be Spike.
He's like, no, I'm Krillic.
Yeah. You're Krillin.
I might as well be Robin.
Might as well be for.
Might as well be Frodo.
So they pretty much say, hey, since you know this comic series, I mean one episode of the comic, where does she go to, where would she have taken the orb? And he's like, she would have taken it to her secret hideout. That's not so secret because I read a comic.
No, I don't even think he got that far. He's just like, super secret hideout.
Right.
I wonder where that could be.
Secret hideouts are never so secret. Except unless you're the hero. The villain's secret hideout, easy to find. Hero's secret hideout, impossible.
Yep.
So they sneak up, and then Rainbow Dash is an idiot and says, come on, we're here, come get us. And then all of a sudden we find out that henchmen must be a dime a dozen, and they're all hairdressers. And Fluttershy still can't get angry, so, whatever.
To be fair, all of Joker's henchmen were clowns.
This is true. I'm not saying it doesn't, they're not like, excuse the pun, bucking the trend. They're just they're following the status quo because it's an episode making fun of superhero comics. Well, not even making fun of it, just in the style of. So.
And all of Doc Ock's henchmen were literal octopi.
Indeed they were. So they are fighting the henchmen. They're seemingly getting better at their powers just 15 minutes later, but whatever.
Maybe they practiced on the way there while they were all riding on Twilight's back.
Maybe. And they eventually, the Maniac comes out and uses hairspray. I mean, kryptonite spray. I mean,
music.
Yeah, the spray that freezes them in place and nullifies their powers.
How convenient.
How convenient. Like kryptonite.
What?
Like kryptonite to Superman. That's that thing that brings
Twilight is Superman.
It brings the super-powered person that can't be beat down to a human level.
Mm-hmm.
And they get taken, put in a cage, and Spike steps in another bucket. So, just driving home the fact that he's useless, but he's really not.
You want to know the real reason why Maniac didn't use a spray on Spike?
What is that?
Spike didn't have any hair.
This is true. The rest of them did have hair. He just has scales.
And Maniac didn't want to reveal the one weakness to the hairspray.
But if you don't have hair, it doesn't work?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. You figured it out.
I did. Also, if you have no powers, there's no powers to take away.
This is true. She makes this point very clear. That why would I waste it on you? Because you have no powers and you're useless. And then he steps in a bucket. Out of nowhere.
And the bucket's full of hairspray.
Yeah. So, Flash inside, she's powering a giant hairdryer that will end up turning everybody's manes crazy, just like hers.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's what the Electro Orb is powering.
So why would she want to give everyone superpowers, just like hers?
So they would all be crazy.
Wouldn't that make her a bit obsolete?
Why was the Joker trying to give everybody Joker gas?
Because they died.
No, not in all of them.
Nah.
Not every time.
Most of the time.
Most of the time they just
they couldn't breathe.
Most of the time they couldn't, but sometimes they lived and were just insane. Turned into his henchmen and such. Low dosage. Anyways, so she goes on a long monologue, walks around like Doc Ock a bunch, and is like, hey, nobody can save you now. She says, no pony can save you now. And that was the perfect opportunity to say, who we're expecting to save us is not a pony, blah, 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 blah.
They could have done it.
But Fluttershy is a silly pony, and she says, no pony. Are you forgetting some pony? And she could have just said someone.
Oh, maybe in the comic.
Maybe.
Humdrum is a pony.
Maybe.
Because they did once say, like, Spike. No, I mean Humdrum.
Yeah.
I have a question.
What's that?
If the hairspray makes them not move at all, how are they talking?
Because your eyelids and your mouth are immune.
Why?
Because that's what
Why
the
does that make sense?
that's what the hairspray says.
Warning: do not spray in eyes or mouth, as it will not work.
Correct.
Mm.
So Twilight says this humdrum is not like the humdrum you normally know. This one is useful in putting books on shelves and things of that nature. So with that, Spike gets his confidence back, and yeah, he sets up this thing that captures a bunch of the henchmen up into a net type canvas thing, and knocks over the guy who's reapplying the hairspray every 5 minutes, which I do have to say that would be something that a normal villain in a normal comic book would overlook. Oh no, I forgot to reapply the hairspray, and he broke free.
Dang.
That would be something that's how Superman, who doesn't normally have a sidekick, I don't count Crypto, he doesn't normally have a
Why
sidekick.
don't you count the talking dog?
Because the talking dog is from Krypton 2, so he's not immune to kryptonite either. So there. So
then you should. The talking dog.
Fine.
I mean, Batman isn't immune to bullets, and neither is Robin.
Right, but Batman's usually the headstrong one that runs in.
Have you seen the movies?
I'm just kidding. So Spike kicks over the guy that's reapplying the hairspray, and they break free because the hairspray only lasts, well, as we all know, hairspray doesn't last all that long. So
it lasts longer than that.
Well, this is super powered hairspray, so it has a super short lifespan.
It should be super strength, super long.
No,
that's all day.
They've pumped up the potency of it being able to put things in place, so therefore it's like stats, man. You can only put up so many stats before you have to bring the other stats down.
But that's not how things work.
Indeed, it is how things work.
Like, if you got super strength Tylenol, would you expect it to work short?
Some of them actually do work shorter amounts of time. Anyways, so they bust out of the cage. Rarity does this super cute prance down some stairs that she made with her powers. And they're all masters of their power in about, an hour with no on-screen training time other than the 3 battle scenes that they've been in.
They could have had a montage.
They could have a montage inside of a cage, well frozen in place.
It's a montage. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. It's the final hairspray can. Yak didn't make more. What an overlook. Although that can has like unlimited hairspray and it never runs out. Why is that? Is it powered by electro bulb? Ta-da-ta-da-ta-ta-ta-ta.
Daily Tarkle, everyone.
Alright, leave me alone.
So they have power mastery. Also, Applejack is ruthless. There are henchmen that are trying to escape. And she's like, I'm going to grab you. So you can be punished later. Fluttershy is shown trying to say, you guys got this, I'm going to leave. And Spike's like, you need to power up. And she's like, I can't get angry. And then, of course,
she believed in the heart of the cards.
She believed in the heart of the cards. And the Maniac knocks out a Firefly. That makes her pissed.
What a convenient Firefly.
I know. And then all of a sudden, we get our first glimpse of Flutter Hulk. Oh god, no. She bulks up like crazy. And it's really disturbing.
Flutter Hunk.
So, a little while ago, there was a thing on Twitter that Megan McCarthy had said that, or somebody had said that one of the episodes pretty much knocked out Andrea Libman's voice for a little while. And it was revealed on Twitter that during the airing of this episode that it was this one. And I can kind of see why.
So my question is, why didn't they just reuse the Flutter guy voice?
I don't know. Because they probably didn't feel like it. And that's when she has the poison joke. Not when she's powered up like the Hulk.
She's an evil hair enchantress. She does evil hairspray stuff. And if you look her in the main, something stain.
So the Maniac fires the beam at Flutter Hulk. It bounces right off, hits Maniac, and then Flutter Hulk destroys the giant hairdryer thing, weapon of destruction. And the Maniac's mane goes crazy and wraps her up. like straitjacket style. She's even more insane than she ever was. Just like in the Batman movie where he knocks him into the goo again. So they get transported back to the real world. They tell Spike he's not worthless. They ask him where
Even
he got...
though they secretly know he is.
Right. They ask where they got the comics from, and they find out that it's from an enchanted comics shop in Canterlot that I guess just sells comics to anyone, a la Jumanji, like we discussed earlier.
Didn't they get the Jumanji game from a shop that was buried and hidden out of sight?
No, I think they got it from the attic. Or, oh no, the original... Oh, yeah, when they first... Yeah, didn't... I thought that... I don't remember.
That was secretly a shop that was just filled in with dirt for no reason.
Yeah, I forget how they got the Jumanji at the beginning. I don't remember that movie.
What was the one in space?
What
was the one that came out in the last 5, 8, 10 years?
I don't know.
It was basically, we're making a Jumanji, but it's in space.
Jumanji in space?
No.
I don't know what
it had a name.
Oh,
I'll look it up. I actually have to open my eyes for this.
Jumanji in space.
In space. Zathura. A space adventure.
Like Jumanji. So was there aliens instead of monkeys? Did the boy get turned into an alien instead of a monkey?
It pulled the same twist.
Oh, like...
And by the twist, I mean, it was obvious.
Is it like, is it like that, is it like Jason X, Friday the 13th in space?
No. Do you want me to reveal what the similar thing to Jumanji is?
Yeah, reveal it.
Do you remember in Jumanji, that one boy just was trapped in the forest all those years and he was older?
Yeah.
Yeah. They did the same thing in Zathura, where halfway in the game, one of the events was, you meet an astronaut. And then an astronaut comes, but it ended up being that was one of the boy in the movie, but older.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
Mm-hmm. And then that spoiled the whole movie.
Damn it.
I know.
So we got some news here.
News.
And it's mostly about season 4.
It does have to do about the keys that everyone's forgotten about?
Nope, not yet.
Oh.
No keys yet. Still got 21 episodes or 22 episodes. Yeah, 20 episodes to go. 19 episodes.
Make up your mind.
19 episodes.
Okay, well, we better get to finding those keys soon. We're running out of time.
And the first three news things we have are full episode synopsises for the next 3 episodes. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one up is bats.
Wait. You told me this didn't have anything to do with the keys.
I didn't say that. I just said that there was 19 episodes left.
Yeah, but you said that I asked you if it had anything to do with the keys, and you said no.
Well, it doesn't specifically talk about the keys.
No, you just said bats.
Bats.
The keys.
No.
The keys is the name of the bat enemy in Legend of Zelda.
This has nothing to do with that.
But you just said bats.
That's the name of the episode.
Right, and bats are keys, or keys are bats.
When Applejack's beautiful orchard falls under attack on Apple Bucking Day, it is clear that the dreaded vampire fruit bats have returned, and Applejack is ready to take drastic measures to protect the orchard. However, the always compassionate Fluttershy argues for a more humane plan, which causes conflict between the two and could cost them their friendship. And that's next weekend.
Oh no, a conflict. I wonder if it's resolved within the very same episode.
Potentially. I also like how they use humane when there's no humans. So.
Well, humane is used for everything, like humane treatment of dogs.
I understand. Mm-hmm. It's just the synopsis. I doubt they'll use it in the episode, but.
So do you think Fluttershy is the head of PETA?
That would probably be, yeah. Though I don't think that she'd ever be as extreme as they were. She's a little bit too timid for that.
Last time somebody injured an animal, she went Flutterhunk.
But that was in the comics. I doubt that she would, dump paint on people's furs.
She dumped water on fur. your face.
But she was evil. She was
Yes,
discordified.
And PETA isn't evil?
They are, but
Mm-hmm.
she's not normally evil.
Mm-hmm. That's what she wants you to think.
So the next episode after that is Rarity Takes Manhattan.
The whole city just takes it.
Ah. So Rarity is thrilled to be heading to Manhattan for an important fashion show and brings all of her friends along for high-class adventure in the city she loves.
Hey, Applejack, remember that one city you hated? Come with me.
But when
Your
another
parents are dead.
but when another desire ruins Rarity's chances at winning the competition, she turns to the rest of the main six for help, not realizing her anger and ambition are damaging her friendships. I'm starting to see a trend here on things that are damaging friendships, and therefore might lead to strengthening relationships and getting keys?
Okay, you don't get keys like that. You get keys by making purchases in Steam store.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last synopsis we have is for Pinky Apple Pie. Pinky Apple Pie, Pinky Apple Pie.
How about Cherry Chimichanga?
Cherry Chimichanga, Pinky Apple Pie?
Yep.
Pinky makes an astonishing discovery that may link the Pie family to the Apple clan. And no one is more excited than Pinky to hop onto the wagon, the Apple wagon, to find the pony who will know for sure. Along the way, they must learn to appreciate each other's strengths and faults to find out what really makes a family.
Well, they both come from farming people.
True, rock farms, apple farms.
I mean, they're basically the same thing.
And what do you make apples into?
Rocks.
Pies.
And what do you make rocks into? Candy.
Yes. I think we got it figured out.
Mm-hmm.
And how many apple siblings are there? 3.
Way too many.
There's 3 direct that we know of.
Wait. 3 siblings. Keys. You thinking what I'm thinking?
Half-Life 3. Confirmed.
Nope.
Damn it.
Chromehounds 2.
Chromehounds 2. Oh, snap!
Still upset that the servers went down for that game, and that game is basically only multiplayer, making it completely useless.
Yes. I'm disappointed.
You ever play that?
I played it once. It was pretty fun.
It was fun. You should have played it more.
I played it at a friend's house. I never owned it. That was a really early 360 game.
It was, and I want the second one. But no.
Nope. Can't do that. And lastly, here we got the title for episode 10, and it's Rainbow Falls.
Called it.
So that should be interesting.
So, where does the rainbow fall from?
Cloudsdale, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Next, we have a little bit of comic news. Other than the Luna micro-series comic just coming out recently, the IDW announced on their Facebook page that they're giving away a 1 millionth copy anniversary comic book. Only 12 of them are being printed. So it's a super rare, super duper. You gotta, if you want the comics, you gotta want this. So you toss an email to contests@idwpublishing.com and explain what MLP taught you about friendship in 100 words or less.
I like MLP because it taught me about friendship, and friendship is magic and stuff, but sometimes friendship is tragic and magic. Sometimes you gotta reach into your magic to find what the magic truly means to gadgets.
The deadline is midnight on December 31st, so you have until the end of the year.
I already have a masterpiece written.
You think you're gonna win, are you?
I mean, I just rhymed.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
There was no
words and less. You gotta do a poetry thing.
There was no requirement for rhyming, by the way. Just so you know, just so everybody else understands.
Oh, okay.
And then last, we have 2 pieces of con news. First up is, it's actually both the same person. Kathy Lesluck has been announced for both BabsCon and the Grand Brony Gala. BabsCon, as we know, is the Bay Area Brony Conference. And the Grand...
That's spectacular.
Oh, yes. Yes, Spectacular's in there somewhere.
So I have a question.
Sure.
Why'd they have that picture to advertise it of Spike doing illicit things?
I don't
And he
know.
looks so smug about it.
Because, Kathy is the voice of Spike, so
But that random pony butt.
it's Applejack. How
But
could you not appreciate that finely sculpting bucking machine?
you're horrible.
I mean, Spike couldn't even resist. And he's got the eyes for rarity, so
Well, he's not looking directly at it.
but he knows it's there.
Well, obviously, look how happy his face is.
Exactly.
So, question: what is on the side of Spike's head? Fins?
I don't know.
Random pieces of mold, salad, lettuce?
I think they're
leaves?
supposed to be analogs for ears, even though, they're obviously not ears. But, So, yeah. Bay Area Brony Spectacular and the Grand Brony Gala, which is in Tampa, Florida, will both have Kathy Westlock. So,
They both have Spike in the picture.
yes, because
There's a mystery here.
she voices Spike.
No, it goes farther down than just that. That's just the surface.
So, that is the last bit of news that we have for today. Unless you have more to add. No? All right, then.
Yeah.
Looks like we can get out of here, then.
And
I think we've tapped him out. He's done, folks.
I'm so done.
We'll catch you next week, folks. Catch us on our Twitter, twitter.com/New Lunar Radio. Also our YouTube, youtube.com/New Lunar Radio. We do not have video game footage, so our videos will not be taken down. So, you can always find us there. And, we'll talk to everybody later.
Bye.